Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. We're going to do air signs today. Let's do Virgo. I just staged. Got all my little rocks recharged with moon energy. All right, let's go, Virgo. What do you got? I changed it up a little bit. We're going to do 3 cards down. Look at there. And then 3 cards from the roots of the reed, which is the bottom of the deck. Okay. Ooh, nice, nice. Okay. Roots of the reed, 10 of swords in reverse, 3 of pentacles in reverse, 6 of wands in reverse. Interesting. Some sort of awakening process is coming to a completion here. Okay, so painful, yes, absolutely. To the point where you're like, I don't want to work with anybody. I don't want to really engage too much on a business basis with people at the moment. I'm bringing something to the forefront and claiming victory. I don't see the 6 of wands as much as a victory card, as like something's being spotlighted. But this feels like a victory right here, definitely. So, but something is in the works, but you're not bringing anybody else into it yet. I feel like the bricks are bubbling to the surface is what it feels like. Interesting. Okay. Ta-da, you've got the 9 of Cups. So even though you went through an awakening process, you kept your emotional stability, your sovereignty, your independence. And I feel like you're seeing your subconscious, your underneath patterns way, way more clearly. And you're seeing there's opportunity there. There's a lot of opportunity coming up. Slow but sure. Slow but sure. And that's why you're like, I'm going to let those things come up. Slow but sure. From your subconscious here. So again, when we have this never-ending cycle, it's not I'm going to do some shadow work and then I'll be good for the rest of my life. That is not how this works. Everybody calls it the awakening. It's a slow and steady process that lasts an entire lifetime. An entire lifetime. You think you've come to the, okay, I'm good now. No, it's a continuous unbinding from these thought patterns, these belief systems, these what you thought was solid ground is no longer types of scenarios, okay? So that's what we're doing right now. So this is a major completion, and whatever it is for you, congratulations. This looks like really good, solid energy. So whatever it is that was causing the awakening, you have found your solid ground, is what this read is just screaming at me. There's solid ground here, and you can see the patterns in your own subconscious. When you can see it in your own subconscious, you will begin to see it in others. Okay, so that's kind of what you're waiting to bubble up to the surface of what I'm feeling right now. So that's a huge achievement, by the way. Congratulations, Virgo. That's monumental. Is once you start to see that, you can begin to move forward in a way that makes more sense to you and that feels more flowy. Ta-da, da-da, da-da, da-da. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. And usually it does after a major awakening. In the northern hemisphere, when we have to go through the 4 seasons, it's very much a pattern for me that I've gotten into because of working in a greenhouse for so long. So yes, allowing yourself to go through this process every single season. It's a real thing. That means you're in alignment. There's nothing wrong with it. It just means you're in alignment. All right, Virgo. I feel like I don't need to clarify, but I'm going to just because. Do I want to use this deck? No. Sorry. I used this deck, I think, twice yesterday. To clarify, it's the 13th deck. So, I'll show you. Don't get scared. Okay. This is probably my third favorite deck. It's the 13, number 13, the X and the I for the numerics. Okay. Tarot, and it's by Necro in case you couldn't read it on there. So Necro is death means death. So are you vicious savage? No, you're not cuddling right now. Thank you. I appreciate the offer, but so 9 of Cups for Virgo clarified. Pretty please. This deck also is very small. So if it's in my teeny tiny tarot hands, woo! Okay. 6 of Pentacles. There you go. Ooh, that's good. 4 of Swords. Ace of Cups in reverse though. So maybe you just need to practice that a little bit more to fill that last cup all the way to get to that 10 of Cups. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse though. Letting go again. This process right here will put your nose to the grinding stone of figuring out what you're supposed to take care of and what your responsibilities and what is not your responsibility. Ditch what's not your responsibility and keep moving up the mountain. Okay. Knave of Wands. Ooh, okay. So there is a bringing to here. This is, you're passing on the wands. Now, I can't tell if this is, you're giving away the wands to be put up to burn, or if you're giving away the wands to be planted, or if you're divvying them up and one goes to the burn pile, which is not your responsibility, and the other one goes for planting. Okay, so just a new way to think about that. And then the 10 of, oh, sorry, 3 of Pentacles. I read it upside down. There's 4 languages on the card. Sorry. Sorry. So the 3 of Pentacles again in reverse. Now, you're not bringing your business, your value structure forward just yet until you get the wands thing figured out. I feel like you just might be consulting a knave here in the background, which is fine. Consults are very good. So you're just meditating, figuring out how to fill up your own cup and starting to understand that involves filling your cup is really difficult if you are taking on other people's responsibilities. And wands are that to me. If you have, how do I put this in layman's term? Not necessarily layman's, but like an energetic pattern that you understand. So like I can translate it in a way that you, okay, so wands are like trees, right? We all each have our own tree of life, so to speak, right? So if you have, and you can plant other trees, quote unquote, to come to fruition for the things that you want to manifest. That's definitely true. And they can still be in your garden, so to speak. But this feels like you might have taken on other people's wands, other people's little whips, whatever you want to call the things. You can order it online. If you want to plant a tree, you can order little whips online. And they come with like little roots out the bottom. And they'll probably be about 3 or 4 feet tall. And you can plant them. It just takes a little bit longer for fruition. So I feel like you're figuring out what trees you want to plant and what trees you don't want to put in the soil. Okay? 3 might be, you got an ace and 2 3s here. So I don't know if you need to ditch 3 or pick up 1 or ditch 1, and I don't know. Make up your own mind on that one. But I feel like you have some sort of authority figure or maybe somebody who knows a little bit more about wands to consult with here in the background about what really is your responsibility and what is not. I have no idea why I'm going in so deep on that one, but it's like, that's a lot of energy. And this kind of feels a little bit behind the scenes here with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse twice. Go, Virgo, go. Okay, so the moon for Virgo, please clarify. Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you're fighting about what value structure you want. You're having kind of an internal battle here between what value structure you feel like is going to suit you the best. And you're going with your feelings here. This is moon energy. This is definitely all about your waters, your emotional waters, but it's also the emotional waters that are in the subconscious. The stuff you're not quite seeing, but you're starting to really tap into it with that four of Swords. So you're getting into your deep, unseen emotional waters, and your wars have to start on the inside, right? Otherwise they wouldn't occur on the outside. So your internal battle here between which pentacles, value structures, and again, if your value structure is literal money in the bank, there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't always have to be just money in the bank. It could be, hey, I've been uplifting this belief for a really long time and it's not serving me, or maybe it served me in the past and it's no longer in my best interest. So I need to let go of that and maybe pick up a different one. And then you're kind of going through this process of like battling with yourself. This is what we've done in the past. Well, it's not working anymore, clearly. So maybe we need to move forward with something else. Or why can't we take this with us? And sometimes the solution is it needs to be dropped. And sometimes the solution is you need to come to some sort of understanding that either it serves you or it doesn't. Right? So if it's still serving you, why is it serving you? Can you maybe put something else in its place and still be served? Or do you need to have that and maybe take it in a different realm other than a pentacle realm? Maybe it goes in your heart space. Maybe it goes in your emotional waters for a value structure. Maybe it goes in the mental space for whatever reason, for processing, and maybe you redesign something. This feels like you're trying to make a blueprint for building here is what this feels like. But the blueprint is your life. The blueprint is how you want to operate yourself, your internal world, coming to meet the rubber on the road. And you're like, how is this going to look? How is this going to feel? How is this actually going to turn out? And you're doing a really good job of assessing, even though it feels like an internal war at this point. Okay. Wow, Virgo, this is a really different read than I've done before. Okay. So, Ace of Pentacles for Virgo. Maybe this is just because the deck. I don't know. But I wasn't like this yesterday. So, okay, Virgo, thanks for bringing your energy in. Okay. So, Ace of Pentacles for Virgo, pretty please. The Hanged Man. That's a lot of weightness, Virgo. That's like, oh, okay. But I think I mentioned this the other day. So in this card, he's got his heart, right? Then he's got his throat area on fire, but so are his eyes. I don't know if you can see that, but his eyes are glowing red. Seriously, they are. Pinky swear. Okay, you can kind of see it, but his eyes are glowing red too. So this to me says you are waiting for your heart and your throat and your, like, how does this, heart, mind, soul aligned here. You're waiting for that process to happen because that's what the Hangman is, right? Waiting for that spark to ignite, all three things coming in to play a role. That goes back to your internal battle of what do we want to put up on the infinity symbol, the conveyor belt out to the ethos. What's going to fulfill us completely? Not just our bank account, not just our emotional stability, because you've got that in alignment. You're about to close out a cycle. So you're really taking into account everything right now, and you're waiting for that alignment to come in. It's really good energy, Virgo. And now I have no advice to give you. So let's get over to the read. I'll pull out an oracle. I get the roots of the read for Virgo. Okay. Yeah, I definitely like tiny ducks better. Feels better in my hands. I'm literally getting calluses on my thumbs from shuffling the cards so much. There we go. Okay. This one. Okay, so in the roots of the read, you get another Ace of Pentacles, the Tower moment, the Hierophant in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay. So this feels like a restructuring completely of the values. How you're, I don't know if it's how or where you're putting your money, how or where your resources are, how or where your value, well, you got the Hierophant in reverse here. Something's crumbling. Okay. Something's crumbling. So, this could be an authoritarian structure. A lot of times the Hierophant can be like, they come in those fish head costume things that like are in the Catholic Church for like bishops and popes and stuff. This has to do with your pentacles. So maybe it's how you realign your belief patterns here. Sorry, I'm just... Okay. So something in your belief pattern here, in your structure, as it pertains to your divine spark, your Holy Spirit, causes more mental grief than needed. Causes a lot of mental obstruction, pain. So you're letting it fall. This tower, like this tower is upright, so I mean it's crumbling. And it might be because an offer is made. A pentacle comes through. Not necessarily. Something. You're starting to understand how when you pick up one belief system, what it creates on the outside. And once you get that tower moment and the clarity on it, you're like, I have to, you have to reconstruct. So I feel like you're, whatever this is being dumped out and you're sifting through it right now. That's what it feels like. You're just sifting for the bricks to build anew. Sifting for the bricks to start building a different structure. Is usually the Three of Pentacles is that beautiful archway in a cathedral that just needs to be restructured is all. And for some of you, not all of you, some of you could be losing your faith entirely. If I see it, I gotta say it. Some of you could be. But you do have the Eight of Cups in reverse one. So you're not walking away. Knight of Wands. Okay. I feel like this is just a restructure. But some of you, the Star, yeah, you're looking for healing and, okay, you're looking for healing and you're not finding it in those old structures anymore. Okay, that makes sense. All right. That's the energy that's on the planet. It's not you, Virgo. Everybody's going through it. Yeah, let's go into the lonely woods for a hot second. You're handling us like a champ, though. Like a freaking champ. They're like, yep, we're going through it. You're sticking with it. Like, you're sticking with the process until it's going to complete itself. It's not quite there yet, but you're almost there. You're almost there. And I am my psychic like that. I can't tell you your outcome because you're still in the energy. You haven't let it go yet. You're still processing it. You're still working with it. You're still navigating it and letting those bricks, like I said, kind of bubble to the surface from your subconscious, which is a superpower in and of itself, Virgo. Okay. So, the littlest blessing. How many minutes we got? And then the ending that opens the space for the beginning. Okay, we're reading both. I think I'm going to read the other one first, though, just to make sure. 43 is the number on the card. Do what you need to do with that. So many different versions of what numbers mean. So, you guys, in 43, rock it out. You finally came to that place after so much grief and denial that it would be better for you to let go than to continue to hold on. And so you did. You watched it leave, and it never once looked back at you or returned to your hands. Then you began to find a way back to the self you lost when all your energy was poured into the need to stay connected. A beginning is on its way, made more magical and beautiful because you made space for it. The self that held on so tight had no space to receive. Now you know that when you let go, space is made, and into that space will walk the wonder. I love these cards. I feel like I don't have to speak. I feel like I don't have... Oh, there's two here. Okay. Ready, set, grow. There is a little good fortune right at your fingertips. It is the sweet and small, but this blessing that will see your energy open up to receive even more of the same. Destiny wishes you to be content, to feel loved, and to see the wonder in every small thing this day. Look about you, for right there in the smallest of places are the blessings you have been yearning for, yet missing. Open your new eyes to the world, and what once went unseen and unappreciated can be truly known for the very first time. Look with the eyes of wonder at the little miracles of the world. When you do this, the gates to all good things swing open for you. The truth comes softly. Well, it's definitely softly in this reading. Just ever so delicately. The clean space of the freedom to witness the self, we can find ways to work with the truth. Truths are not the same as facts. Truths are about our stories and the story of our lives thus far. Being isolated for a time can mean we begin to understand far more deeply what our stories have become, and we begin to know our stories need to change. The tale of your life comes more and more clearly written by yourself without all the suggestions and interruptions, even those that are well meant of others. Let the truth become clearer and clearer until it is in front of you. This truth is your story, and it is yours to write. Okay, Virgo. So, Virgos kind of tend to like things. How do I do it? Give me the manual. So don't let that hold you back here. Okay, you've got a lot of like air here. Like, that's what I'm sensing from the oracle cards. You've got a lot of air here. So let things kind of come in a little bit. Okay. Instruction manuals are great when you're building a couch. but not a life. Okay. Let some of that creativity float down and into your system. Okay? Be open to that a little bit. And when you do go on this, like what I feel is, a subconscious journey here, what bubbles up, and what comes down, okay? So allow that process to happen without the need for an instruction manual. I know it can be tricky, I know it can be hard, but you got the Four of Swords here. Just sit with it for a little bit, and what's true for you will bubble up, okay? I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Until next time, keep your flame.